And good morning and welcome to the morning show on this amazing Tuesday. I'm Marshal Shore.
I'm Melissa Farley. We're coming at you from the fabulous Arizona Center. Yes, and congratulations for making it through your Monday. You are now almost halfway through your week. I'm being optimistic here.
I would say, I guess it's like a pre-hump day.
A pre-hump day.
Yeah.
An Eve.
Oh, an Eve.
Your favorite.
An Eve of hump day.
Yeah. Marshall loves his Eves.
Exactly. And since we're already through all the Eves, we can still make our own Eves.
Well, of course we can.
Exactly.
I know it. So Marshall, we've got a pretty cool show lined up for today. We've got some weird equipment set up over here that I'm excited to learn about.
I think the show's going to be shocking.
Oh, God. What are you putting out in the universe? You're like, this is payback for Monday's episode where you tried to take my game.
Your poof might even get curlier.
Ooh. I'd be okay with that.
So.
I used to have like Shirley Temple curls when I was younger.
Ah.
And then, you know, when you're a teenager, you want what you don't have.
Is that why you tap dance? Because you wanted to be Shirley Temple?
Yes. No. No, but you know, when you're like a teenager and you're like, oh, I want straight hair. I want, you know. And at that point, like, wavy hair was in. So I was like, I don't want curls. I want waves. So I got a perm to get a wave. It didn't do it. And my, like, natural curl never came back. Isn't that a tragedy?
Ah.
I know.
See, I have just Midwest straight hair. It doesn't do anything except like to just, like, had a bowl cut. It was a perfect hair for a bowl cut.
Oh, that would be fun. Send us your worst hair pictures. Yeah, we would love to see those. Send us your worst hair pictures.
And we'll try to recreate them.
Yeah. Oh, you just upped the ante. Love your brain. I love it. All right, well, I go consider the weight of this task that Marshall has just placed on us. We're going to take actually just the quickest of breaks, and we're going to be right back with our very first guest. I think we're going to learn some things. I really do.
I think you'll feel something.
Really want to make a dirty joke, but I won't. Good morning.
And good morning and happy Tuesday to you. From the morning show, I'm Marshal Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. Thanks for joining us on the morning show at the
fabulous Arizona Center.
Yes. We are joined right now by Jackie Kowalski, and she's got some cool looking equipment over here. Marshall thought this was a projector. I thought this was a printer. We are both wrong. Jackie, tell us about who you are and what we've got going on today.
Yep. So thank you for having me today.
Yeah.
I am the owner of Prestige Wellness Worldwide. So I'm a performance and recovery practitioner. Okay. So do innovative health tech devices to help people reach their performance and recovery goals. But the big thing I do is get people out of pain.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah. Because there's so many people that suffer with pain, and most people don't know about these technologies that make a significant impact in their lives.
Yeah, so tell us about these technologies. Yep. How do these help?
So this device here, the Electrons Plus, this is a pulsed electromagnetic frequency device, or PEMF for short.
Okay.
PEMF has been around since the 70s, so it's not a new technology, but how this device is different from other ones on the market is that the current runs through me. So I can feel where there's muscles that are not activated, get those ones that aren't activating to start activating, loosen anything that's tight, reduce pain and reduce inflammation. And because I'm using my hands, I can pinpoint those areas that need the attention.
Interesting.
So if you kind of think about our bodies like a battery and our cells carry a voltage, but as we age or have any sort of injury or illness, then that voltage in our cells changes. Okay. So this helps to put the optimal voltage back in our cells. So basically we're working at a cellular level to promote healing.
Okay, so should we try that one out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I like how you say we.
I know. By we, I mean I.
You're the close one.
I'm always the willing
you're the
sacrifice.
Well, you're the closest one.
Okay.
So.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Here. Let's.
We'll leave it half on.
Oh, that's right.
It's got my pocket in here somewhere.
So I'll just. And you're okay with skin contact?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to touch you here. it's not painful. It's one of those things. So the feeling that I feel is more intense for me than it is for you, but the body gives me a ton of information. So when I get to an area where I'm not feeling the feedback as much, then I know that's an area that needs attention. Or sometimes the energy can be blocked and it kicks back into my arm. My arm starts jumping around sometimes.
Okay, go ahead and let go. The sound is,
Oh, it's messing up the sound, sorry.
No, you're good. That's really interesting though, because it's like, help me.
All right.
I think that's really interesting because I have migraines and I get it in my arms. I'll get it like all through my body actually. And where you were holding, I had so much like tension right there. I was using like CBD and like all that stuff right there. Yeah. And so I could feel where you were touching. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and so migraines, actually, the newbie would be...
This guy?
Yep, so this is a newbie. A lot of times I get the question if it's like a TENS unit because it has those electrode pads. TENS unit does alternating current and just contracts the muscle. This is direct current, so it works with our nervous system.
My finger's like twitching now. Sorry.
It will stop.
No, I know. I'm not worried about it. I was just like, oh, that's happening. Okay.
Yep. So with the newbie, this is an FDA-approved Grade 2 medical device for things like range of motion, reducing recovery time after surgeries, reducing spasms, and it's a whole laundry list of things I can help with. So things like carpal tunnel, plantar fasciitis, master resets, pelvic floor, MS, athletic performance, muscle hypertrophy.
Wow, so things that cause people, huge amounts of pain, disabling.
Yeah.
You just named stuff, like my mother-in-law has having a lot of issues with her hands, and she's trying a lot of different things.
Yep.
And so I'd be interested if she's ever tried this. And then I just found out, like one of my friends is doing PT for her pelvic floor. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, like holy cow.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Okay, so what exactly does this do though? Like how does it actually help the body?
So if you think about your muscles and nerves are supposed to work together as a team, but when they don't, that's where the newbie comes in, so that the muscles and nerves work together as a team. So you may go to a massage therapist or roll on a roller to help relieve pain, but that lasts for about a day.
Okay.
So with the newbie, we can do what's called mapping and find out where the actual, although your shoulder may hurt, but it may be stemming from something over here. So then we work on that area to then fix that pain.
Okay.
So more recently, newbies, Joe Rogan's been talking about it. Mike Tyson used it for prep for his fight. So it is getting more awareness out there, but it's one of the most amazing things out there is to really be able to help people get out of pain.
Are we able to try this one too?
Yeah. Who wants to try it?
Does it hurt?
No.
Okay, let's do it.
So this, I'll put some.
Okay.
Do you want to do your shoulder?
Yeah, that works. I feel like I'm like, I don't know. This brings back like musical days. Like I. Okay.
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
You could also break into a tap routine at this moment as well if you felt like
Not in these shoes. No.
Oh, true.
Otherwise, she'll be doing this to my ankle, and it'll be for real.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You're getting plugged in.
I'm getting plugged in.
Indeed.
So this one.
I'm intrigued by the whole idea of like the mapping process, just because I think that's so cool that it kind of can help.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
I guess locate where.
Because a lot of times where the pain's originating from
isn't right, exactly, not where
because
it's actually.
pain starts in the brain, and then it's sending out those warning signals,
Right.
and to help keep you safe. That's why we have those pain responses.
I feel like I should have just brought her in on Sunday, like done a special. Ooh.
You're like.
So you can see
Oh,
muscles
yeah.
starting to move.
Yeah.
I'm like shimmying without having to do anything. Oh, this feels weird and good at the same time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like I said, there's like tons of different things. And one of the things about this too is like, with TENS units, you're just sitting there and letting it contract your muscle. With this, you do movements. So, you know, and one of the things that like I tell my clients is what movements hurt. And then I have them do that with this on, because then we're teaching the brain it's okay to do these things without it hurting.
Interesting.
Wow.
So like when I get my migraines, like it hurts really bad, like right here. So.
And there's muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth settings on here as well.
Something.
Yes, that you're really jerking around back here.
That's fascinating. Yep, there we go.
Wow.
One of the things I really love that the newbie does is central nervous system or master reset, because we all know stress does a lot of bad things to the body, whether you know it's GI issues, it interrupts sleep, things like that. And while our bodies are both chemical and electrical, there's medications there to help with the chemical aspect, where this can help with the electrical aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
No, we've been having a lot of conversations about that, in the sense that like people treat, you know, your psychological issues and everything like that separately from your body.
Yeah.
And they're so deeply intertwined.
Yeah.
I mean, I just went through like a little bit of I'll call it a mini trauma, you know, and like I got sick like the day after it happened, and I was like, well, I know what's happening. Like I know what's happening. Yeah, but this is cool.
Wow.
Well, Marshall, I think you missed out not being the guinea pig on this one. This is kind of cool. So how do people work with you, get this kind of
how do they find out
treatment?
more about this? How
Yep.
to get...
So I have tons of information on my website. There's videos. One of my first clients, I helped him to walk again. So if you get a chance, go on and see his before and after videos, because that was pretty amazing. So pwwperform.com is my website, and Instagram's pww_perform, and you can reach out for appointments and contact me through there.
That's wonderful.
Very cool.
Well, thank you so much for showing off all of this
thank
cool
you.
stuff. Yeah,
Thank you.
And doing the demos with us. If you have pain, if you're going through anything that Jackie can help you out with, we hope that you'll reach out. I certainly am curious and would love to learn more and work with you closer. So thank you so much, Jackie.
Absolutely.
for
Thank
being
you
with
so
us.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with another guest and, of course,
More
our
fun.
usual things, shenanigans.
Exactly, our
Yep.
shenanigans.
Keep it right here.
And good morning. Happy Tuesday to you all. So happy you can join us here on the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're coming at you from the
fabulous Arizona Center.
Yes, we are. And we are also joined by a fabulous guest. We have Helen Stephenson here from the Prescott Film Festival. Thanks so much for joining us, Helen.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Well, I like how the poster didn't give it away.
Not at all. No. Very subtle, very demure.
Right,
yes,
right.
no, I know. So tell us about the Prescott Film Festival.
We are headed into our 15th annual,
Wow.
so we're really
Congratulations.
excited. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a wild ride, but we're just absolutely delighted.
That's so cool. So I see that the festival's not until July 16th to 20th. What a lovely time to go to Prescott, by the way, though.
I have
in
a feeling
July.
that might be part of the idea.
No, I know. Yeah, so people can come up north, get a little bit cooler weather. But, you know, there's a lot of film festivals that you have the option to go check out. If you're a film lover, you might be going to all of them.
Yes.
What makes Prescott a little special?
I think that it's special because it's in Prescott, of course, which is a gorgeous place to visit. We have several, I think we have about 80 people that watch films and rate them for us and just bring the best of films. Yeah. Free workshops, which is also fun. We're talking to several people already on the workshops. And this year's our 15th, so we're having marvelous parties. We are having catering from Barry Barb, who runs El Gato Azul and Torme, which are the best restaurants in Prescott. And if you have a platinum pass, then he caters all the meals for the people during the week. So it's absolutely a blast. This year we're kind of echoing back to our past, to when we started, which was downtown Prescott. Okay. We were at the Hazeltine Theater we were at the Elks Theater and we were at the Hendricks Theater. And so we're going back to those places.
Oh, cool.
Fun.
At the Elks, we'll have a silent film with live accompaniment. And we're going to show a Tom Mix film that was filmed in the Grand Canyon in the 1920s. And
I bet you love that.
Yes, in the
Indeed.
Elks, can you imagine, with a 5-piece live orchestra from Colorado?
Oh my gosh,
Really
that's
cool.
going to be
It is going to be.
phenomenal.
Yes, yes. So we're just thrilled about that. And we do a sing-along every year, and this year we're doing The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, fun.
And you do it with here's a little poster of The Wizard of Oz, and we do it with the little interactive bags. And so when the Wicked Witch comes out, then you fly your broom, and we'll have somebody leading the songs and leading the props. So there's flying monkeys and
Oh, fun.
yes.
How did the idea, how did the whole sing-along idea come into play for a film festival that's so original and different?
Let's see. I think it was one of my board members
Yeah?
who said, these are working in other theaters, like at the Loft in Tucson.
Right.
So why can't we incorporate that into the festival? And that's going to be at Hendricks Auditorium, which is it's on the campus of a middle school, but it was built in the 1930s. It's a WPA project. So again, you have that ambiance of you're in an older theater and you have an older movie, and that's going to be on the Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
of
because
the
the theaters from the 30s. I mean, Wizard of Oz is 39, so wow, so very time appropriate for theater to match.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So we're really looking forward to that, and the poster echoes that with the Wizard of Oz images in it, and and I brought you posters so you can have posters.
Yay!
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's a beautiful poster design.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Really,
Beth
really
Hammer does
appreciate
those for us every year.
that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to, people don't realize how hard it is to do a really good, impactful, moving film poster, but wow,
Because
it
there's
takes
so many
a lot
moving
of
pieces
work.
of that, and you've got the Tom Mix with the Grand Canyon in there.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so there's just lots of clues to what people can expect to see.
And what a bunch of treats, because I'll say this, I had never done a silent film experience until I think 2 years ago. I went to Tampa, Florida, and they have an old theater there, and they actually have an organ there, and so I went to a silent film screening.
You've never been to the Orphan for Silent Sundays?
No, and it's just a really cool. It's just a really cool experience.
We need to change
have.
that.
It
I
is an
agree.
experience, and that's
Yeah.
you walk into the Elks, and that's that historic theater, and then the film prints are remastered. So you in the old days you're used to seeing these scratchy, terrible music kind of silent films.
Yeah.
But these are remasters, so you're really stepping back into history. You're really going back in time and experiencing that as it would have been seen. That's what your great grandparents saw on the big
Right,
screen.
and and with Tom Mix, he was really the prototype cowboy.
Yes.
Doing the white hat. He always wore the white hat because the bad guy always wore the black hat, and kind of set that all up. And he's such a piece of Arizona history as well.
He shot a lot of films in Prescott. He
Yeah.
actually stayed at the Hotel Vendome. If you want to totally immerse yourself, get a room at the Hotel Vendome for many years, and that was where he always stayed because the Granite Dells in Prescott.
Right.
That's where he shot a lot of his films.
That's right. Yeah. Oh,
And that whole area is just so beautiful as well because it's like nothing else in Arizona.
Yes, that is right.
So-
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The lakes and then those beautiful rocks.
Those
and-
those rock formations are just spectacular.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they really are.
So tell me, I know that the festival's in July. Is the film submission period still open, or has it closed already? for
It's
this
going
festival?
to open
Okay.
in about a week or two.
Okay.
And it'll be open through April.
Okay.
And we expect hundreds of submissions this year because I'm going back to all of our alumni, and you know some of our alumni,
I do, yeah.
and giving them a free submission code because I want to see, okay, what are you guys up to now? What have you been doing lately?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great idea! Kind of, it's like you you were part of us, and now let's see where you've gone.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Wow. Because in 15 years, they're doing all kinds of things that,
Yes.
because we're all evolving at such a rapid rate in terms of growth and.
So Pat, my husband, actually screened his film Wild Horses, Wild Men at Prescott Film Festival.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was really amazing for him because as a
Right.
as a journalist, you don't get that opportunity a lot to see your film on a big screen like that
Yeah.
and have people respond to it, and so that was really cool for him. That was really
Yes.
meaningful. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's our main theater. We're still at the Performing Arts Theater at Yavapai College on the campus of YC.
Yeah.
And we raised the funds actually for a DCP projector the festival did for that theater.
Oh, nice.
But it's a 1,000-seat theater, and when we have a horse film, we sell it out. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a horse film out there,
All right. Good to know. Horses.
Yes.
Horses sell.
Right,
Yes.
I know.
yes.
Speaking of
definitely.
sell, so I know a lot of film festivals are heavily dependent on donations, on grants, all sorts of things.
Yes.
Are you currently in the midst of fundraising for the festival? Can you tell us how we can support you?
Yes, we have a goal of $20,000 this year to raise, and it's just my email is helen.stephenson@yc.edu. If you want to send a check rapidly, you make a check out to the Yavapai College Foundation with attention to me. Just put Film Festival in the memo, and then send it my attention, and then I'll get you the appropriate thank you letters, etc. So.
Because for those that don't know, putting on a film festival is really expensive.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, and we were so fortunate this year. As I was fundraising during the festival, we talked about how we wanted to do this at the Elks, and so we're going to need an extra $8,000 just to do this silent film at the Elks. And one of the board members from the Elks happened to be in the audience, and sure enough, the Elks is a sponsor this year, and they are
Oh,
donating
how
the use of their theater.
fantastic. That's great.
Yes.
And if folks have
Congratulations,
not
yeah.
been to that theater, it is, when they basically redid it, it's spectacular.
Yeah.
It's back. Yeah, they took paint chips. Elizabeth Ruffner was the person that led that foray into that. And they took off ceilings and old things from the 1970s, you can imagine, where
yeah.
everything is plain, and looked at the paint chips, and then they matched the paint chips, and then they found the original presses to make the 10 ceilings.
Oh, cool.
And redid the 10 ceilings that way.
Wow.
It's the details are. You can just go for a free tour anytime.
Right, which I've done, and so
Yeah.
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 So I think you maybe touched on it a little bit, and maybe I don't know if this is the same thing or not. You kind of mentioned the Platinum Pass. Is that the same as the
Yes.
All Access?
The Platinum Pass is all access.
Is
yes.
All Access. Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
talk about all the things that come with an All Access, because if you're going to do one for a festival, this is a good one to splurge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
share a little bit
is.
about that.
So you have the meals during the festival. So if the movies start in the morning, you've got a breakfast, and then you have a lunch, and then you have a dinner, and in between there's snacks. And those, I know, because you need to eat all day at a festival, right?
Right.
I
Of course.
certainly do. Yeah.
And then there's a what we call the VIP Directors Loft upstairs, where the filmmakers and the Platinum Pass people go, and that's where the meals are.
Okay.
And just the chance to, when you see a really good film, you want to talk about it. And that's the chance is up there with the filmmakers if they're there. We try really hard to get the filmmakers to come. And so that's a big piece of it. And then you have like reserved seating in little things that are put over the seats, so Platinum Pass members can, sit in the best seats that we have.
Right.
And this year, the Elks also donated. It's the very last day of the festival on the 20th when we're in the Elks. They also donated the upstairs, which is called the Crystal Room, for us to do a real closing night party. And there's not going to be a lot of tickets for that because it's a pretty small space. So the Platinum Pass holders will be given priority to go to that after party.
So the Crystal Room, I've never seen that space.
Yes.
I can only imagine what it looks like because of the rest of the theater. I didn't even realize there was like a private VIP
Yes, it's a beautiful space. It's totally done to the period, of course, and a little warming kitchen. And then there's a balcony. So you can go out, and it's on Gurley Street. It's facing Gurley Street.
Oh.
And it's just, I mean, you look down and you've got a view of Thumb Butte, and yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful space.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it's like, yeah, because when you look outside, it's like, yeah, so I can see where it is on the outside.
Yes,
Wow, I didn't.
yes.
Usually, a lot of times those are just fake balconies, and there was actually access to that.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
It's just beautiful.
Well, Helen, let us know. I know it's big on the poster, but say it anyway.
Exactly.
Where
So
people can
people
find
know where they can
information.
go, find out more information,
Yes.
where they can get those platinum all access so they can get to the Crystal Room.
Yes, yes. It's PrescottFilmFestival.com is our website, and everything is going to be there. There'll be a link to go directly to our submissions for the filmmakers. And when tickets go on sale, that'll be there. As the schedule gets built, that will be up there too. I mean, we can put the Wizard of Oz in now, and et cetera. And the Tom Mix film too. Sky High is the name of the film. Yeah, the website and my email address, please feel free to email me, helen.stephenson@yc.edu. And yeah, we are so excited to have this 15th.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, the 15th year as well as, and you know, for all those filmmakers out there, because I know there are so many out there, submit your film.
Yes, yes.
Please do.
We want to see really good films. We had some great Arizona films last year. We really did. And that's been fun. The last couple of years, actually, it's like everybody's really putting in the hard effort to make a good film, because there's so many components to having a good film. And volunteers, if you want to be a movie reviewer, shoot me an email.
There's so many ways to get involved, to attend.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Helen, for coming on
Thank
today and
you.
sharing about the film festival. We're going to be right back after a break with some things to do, some history,
Exactly, and more shtick.
and more shtick. I have a broom and a shtick.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore,
I'm Melissa Farley.
and we are coming to you from the
Fabulous
fabulous Arizona
Arizona
Center.
Center.
And oh my gosh, what great guest we've had on.
We did.
You got a little electrified.
I did. I think I've stopped twitching. Yeah. Good.
And then, and the Prescott Film Festival sounds so cool.
It really is a fun festival. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And it's Prescott in the middle of summer, so
You can't go wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's always beautiful every time we go up there, and people are great at that festival. Really good films. They do kind of these kind of capsulated experiences that always feel awesome.
well, that's why I
So-
mean, and I love the idea that they're doing different theaters because they've been to these 3 different theaters, so they're kind of
Yeah.
trying to celebrate all kinds, celebrate Prescott.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
So
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit of history.
Let's do it.
So on this date back in 1949, it was announced that by Realty Digest that 5,000 homes were built in Tucson in that year,
Oh, okay.
which I think is really cool because, I mean, when you just think the amount of growth that's happening,
Yeah.
and I mean everywhere. I mean, here in Phoenix, we're one of the fastest growing cities in the country.
Yes, we are.
I mean, and just look around and all those cranes, and you can see that is indeed the case.
For sure. Yeah.
And so Tucson is on the move as well. And just, I mean, you could see in that photo just some of that.
Like
Suburbia.
how you went to reference it and it like went
know, it's
down
like,
right, and it's gone.
Exactly. I mean, and all those people have to eat at some amazing restaurants. So, yeah, so there's all
Yeah.
kinds of fun stuff to do down in Tucson. Also, some things to celebrate. So, today is National Bobblehead Day.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, and you know, and I did not know that there was a bobblehead museum and Hall of Fame.
Here?
No.
Oh.
No,
I
it's in
was like,
Ohio.
what?
But I was like, oh my gosh! It's like somebody's gone through and collected so many bobbleheads.
That feels like an Ohio thing.
It does. I mean, so much baseball history, but so many other things have bobbleheads. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've owned a bobblehead. I don't know that I've owned a bobblehead.
So I should have brought mine in. I have one. It's from Stags Build Homes, and so it's Happy Homer, and his head is a house, so it bounces around. And
Okay.
so it was a giveaway when you would buy a house here, you would get a Happy Homer.
A happy home, yeah.
Happy Homer
Happy
bobblehead.
Homer. Well, that's
So
cute.
indeed, and then when you think of sports,
Because
probably
I always think of sports.
so, but fun sports. How's that?
Okay.
So Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, I
are
was like,
cel-
water
I mean,
aerobics?
basically,
What are we doing? Okay.
they're celebrating. I mean, they have been around for so long, and so, that basketball team, they have been to the Olympics, the NBA. It's now a mixed, so it's now men and women on
Yeah.
the Harlem Globetrotters. So I just love the fact that, I remember seeing them as a kid.
Yeah,
And then they also had a cartoon, I think in the 70s, there was a Harlem Globetrotters cartoon.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so celebrate
And
the Harlem
they are
Globetrotters.
so great to their fans and to people that come out and watch them. I've had multiple experiences where, I've had kids with disabilities that have gone to the games, or just little ones, and the officials are like trying to keep people off the courts and away, and the Harlem Globetrotters will be like,
Just bring 'em
yeah,
on, bring 'em
yeah,
on.
like they're
exactly.
so great.
Well, and
So,
I mean, that energy really just kind of goes through whenever you see them perform.
yeah,
And so,
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yay, Harlem Globetrotters.
and then I know something that you like, food.
I love food. Yes.
Do you like tempura?
Yes.
So today is Tempura Day.
Ooh, well, I can
So
celebrate that.
exactly. So they they batter and deep fry all kinds of things. It said this whole idea originated with the Portuguese bringing how to bread things to Japan, like in
Interesting.
the mid 1500s.
Yeah.
And then they have run with it. I mean, so shrimp, but so many amazing vegetables.
Yes.
So a good tempura. So
Yeah.
maybe we should celebrate by having a little tempura. Or a lot of tempura.
I do. I miss having more food on the show. I feel like we could fix that.
I know. I'm like, oh man, we should have had somebody bring us some tempura.
I mean, we've got our restaurant right down the way that has tempura. That's very good.
Indeed, yeah. So I guess we should think ahead. Maybe, I don't know.
Marshall and I will start planning better. No.
Well, and then the next holiday we're basically talking about, Pat would really enjoy.
Fart day.
Well, close.
What?
Pass Gas Day.
Yay!
So
it's Fart Day.
Indeed, and so there are many ways you can
He
celebrate.
just texted me this morning. It's his first day, and he's like, I'm never eating shredded wheat for breakfast ever again. I was like, why? He was like, it's like eating one of those fiber cookies. I can't do this.
Well, and so farts can travel about 10 feet per second. So that is almost 7 miles an hour.
Those are some speedy farts.
Indeed.
All right.
And and we all know that some are flammable.
Yes, we do know that.
From many TikTok and videos where people light them on fire.
Yes, that is a thing. That is a thing
with
people
pain-free
do.
or sometimes not pain-free consequences. And not all of them smell. Only some smell. So there you go.
My brain went into like 17 different directions about jokes that I was going to make about that. But
And you're just thinking of Pat's first day at work. It's like, oh, so he's sitting there and hopefully the ones that don't.
what's worse, I wonder, like if he's doing silent but deadly ones, or if he's like really letting them rip and they have no smell. I wonder what would be worse.
I know. It's like, you should text him what kind.
We're celebrating Past Gas Day. We need to know this. I can't believe how long. 2 days in a row we've talked
we
about
had
farts.
bean day
Yeah.
and now fart day. Well, past gas day because it's much more dignified.
Is it? Okay. Well, that's good.
So when you're done celebrating past gas, what are some things
Keep it going. Bring it out to
Well,
the
or
world.
what are some things you could do in public that are not passing?
You could buy some beans at the Farm Express and continue your... Okay, I'll stop. Okay. The Farm Express, though, is at the Tempe Library. It is a community market for fresh, affordable fruits and vegetables. It's actually a mobile produce market. So yeah, they help with people that are kind of in food deserts, maybe not have access to a lot of fresh foods. They do accept cash, credit, debit, SNAP, EBT. And you can actually get a buy one, get one free up to $20 if you use SNAP or EBT. So yeah, they just really want people to come out and have access and eat fresh fruit and veggies. So that Farm Express bus is going to be parked in the driveway of the library every other Tuesday from 1:30 to 3:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's kind of a cool service that they provide to that.
And just before you go pick your kids up at school, you can go get some fresh produce and then...
Yeah, totally.
Very cool.
You really could get beans there, though, I'm sure. Just saying.
And then you have a car full of people singing the song.
What's not to love about that? There's also a speaker series, Wolves and Coyotes at Helen Center in Scottsdale. So if you have ever wondered about the coyotes in your neighborhood or the wolves that roamed Arizona, you can join them for an evening of discovery with Jeff Myers, a wildlife biologist from the Arizona Game and Fish Department. And he'll basically take you into a journey of the world of these canines. So you can bring your questions. They will have plenty of time for a Q&A session. There'll be a presentation, and this starts at 6 p.m. It's free and open to the public. However, they are requesting that you register just because there is limited seating. They want to make sure that you'll actually have a place to put your butt. And that is at the Holland Center in Scottsdale.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, right up there with tempura, it's Tuesday, so Taco Tuesday.
How can we celebrate Taco Tuesday?
Well, with dancing, obviously.
Okay, well, I will not be celebrating Taco Tuesday with dancing.
It's actually a grand opening, so there's going to be salsa at Atlantis, Food and Drinks in Phoenix. So this is from Esperanza Entertainment and Lifestyle Events. Bringing you Taco Tuesday. So you can take a class and you can have some tacos and some drinks and just have a really good time. Classes start at 8:30 p.m. and go till 9:30. There'll be a DJ with live music, and cover is just $10. So if you want to hit up the grand opening of Atlantis, tonight is your chance.
Well, fun, and I'm sure you could also just have tacos and...
Not dance.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I was trying to think of a nice way to say not dance, but well said.
If you just want to eat, that's okay too. Yeah.
And watch people
You
dance
can watch
and good
people
music.
dance. Yeah.
So who doesn't love live music?
This is something we had a poetry slam on our show.
We did.
Yeah. And so there's going to be a poetry slam at the Rebel Lounge by Ghost Poetry. Yep. So it's going to be 15 local poets that are competing in this. They will win cash prizes, and it'll be judged by 5 randomly selected audience members. I think that's interesting. It is a 21 plus event. It starts at 7 p.m. at the Rebel Lounge, and it is $10. So kind of a cool way to spend your Tuesday night with some poetry. And who knows, you might get randomly selected to be one of the judges.
Indeed, but I love Rebel Lounge.
Yeah.
I mean, they are doing some really cool stuff, bringing some of those smaller acts through town that don't have a place. I mean, Psycho Steve and his team do such a great job of curating.
They do.
The entertainment that comes through there. So if you've not been to Rebel Lounge, go check it out. It's such a fun place to be. And Steve would be a fun guest.
We should get Steve on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can help in that.
Anne? Oh no, I won't yell at Anne then.
Well,
Marshal?
I can probably connect. I can say like, oh yeah, let's throw an email together. So.
All right. So the last option, again, speaking to my Golden Girls loving heart, is bingo at Walter Station Brewery in Phoenix. They do this every Tuesday night. You can join. It's free to play. There's 4 rounds, so you've got 4 chances to win, 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Walter Station Brewery. There is craft brews available and small batch brewing. So that's kind of right in the heart of Phoenix there. So
Right. I mean, and I love Walter Station. I mean, that's such a great venue. So much history in those walls.
and bingo.
And bingo.
And bingo.
Exactly.
Bingo and beer. Yeah.
Bingo and beer. And they also have other drinks as well.
They do. That's what I got for you today. That's what's on tap, Marshall.
Nice.
Yes.
Bingo.
Bingo.
At Walter. Well, there you go.
Yes.
What a fun night.
Also, if you do go out to any of these events farting, please don't blame us. We're not encouraging that necessarily.
Yeah, and and the whole like ignition thing,
Yeah.
we're not supporting that either.
No.
So please, unless you're professionally trained, don't.
Oh yeah, don't. Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to.
I was like, took me a second when you were
right.
like ignition. What ignition?
Because I'm like,
what?
yeah, our legal team does not want to be dealing with. Well, they told me on the morning show I should. No, we did not. And so, only supervised.
Only supervised by who? Who supervises that? No, just no, no.
All right. So some other things we can celebrate besides bingo, but it is another B word.
Birthdays.
Birthdays,
Let's do it.
indeed. So today is Zora Neale Hurston's birthday. I mean, she is known for their book, Their Eyes Were Watching God.
Oh.
And, I mean, she was central to the Harlem Renaissance in New York. And her work fell into obscurity. And really, it was brought back by Alice Walker, another amazing writer as well.
Yeah.
So, who really championed and said, hey, you need to take another look at this book.
That's interesting.
So-
Yeah. Okay.
As well, since kind of we've got the music or the movie history going on that we were talking about with the 15th anniversary, The Exorcist, the writer of the screenplay, William Peter Blatty, who wrote the screenplay for The Exorcist. When you don't think about it, there was a
Did he get cursed too? Didn't like a bunch of people on that production get cursed? Was he a victim of the curse?
I don't think he was a victim of the curse.
Oh, good for you.
So, but he
Happy
did.
birthday
But he
and good for
he
you.
just wrote such a piece of amazing
He
kind
looks
of.
like someone who would write The Exorcist.
Right.
Yeah, look at that. That's an intense look right there.
Indeed. I mean, I would stop in my tracks.
He looks like an artist. Can you see him painting angrily?
Very much so.
Yeah.
And then my teenage self is so happy about this next birthday, Kathy Valentine. She was one of the Go-Go's.
Oh, okay.
And so she was the bassist. That was actually the first concert I ever bought tickets to go see.
What a great first concert.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was opening Flock of Seagulls.
No way.
So with that hair and everything. But yeah, so there you go. And
I could
there's
see
Kathy
you
Valentine.
with that hair, with the flock of seagull hair.
People kept saying that, and I'm like, no.
I could see it. Yeah.
No, only on a bad haircut day.
Really easy in the brain to like
completely
visualize
easy,
it.
but
yeah. Okay.
And even in the morning, some days it's easy, but yeah, no, not in public. And then with more movie, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, happy birthday, Nicolas Cage.
Indeed. He was born in 1964, and that connection with Raising
Yep.
Arizona being filmed right here.
I was actually in a documentary about this film.
Ah.
Yeah. It was on HBO, so
Very cool.
it was cool.
So, all right. And then last but not least, kind of, I guess, 90s pop culture.
Okay.
Saved by the Bell.
Which one?
Screech.
Oh, he's passed
Dustin
away,
Diamond.
though. Yeah.
Indeed. His birthday. So.
Okay. Well,
And I love how in LA there was a Saved by the Bell experience where you could go into the diner.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I did the Golden Girl experience. I did not do the Saved by the Bell
Did
one.
you get cheesecake?
I did get cheesecake.
Oh, see, perfect,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, yeah. So I kind of like that they do that kind of stuff. It's fun. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get that into Saved by the Bell, but
I liked it in reruns. I didn't see it in first run, but it's like it was just kind of funny and kitschy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Doesn't hold up well, I feel like, but that's okay.
But then it's like but Elizabeth came out of that, went on to do, what was the Vegas dance movie?
Wasn't it just Showgirl?
Showgirls, yeah, a classic.
Yeah. She had a really great role in First Wives Club. Yeah, really funny comedic role in that one. But
yeah, so Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Screech, happy birthday.
In heaven. Sorry, Screech. Happy heavenly birthday.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Well, it's Tuesday. I'm going to go get some tempura and some tacos together.
And get ready for Pass
Some
Gas
tempura
Day.
thank yeah.
Some tempura
gonna be
tacos.
great.
I'm going to pass some gas later on.
That's my big plans for the day. How about you? Thank you for joining us today on The Morning Show. We will be right back tomorrow. Brand new show, brand new antics. We don't know.
Exactly. And, you know, maybe we'll be who knows what we'll be celebrating. Maybe passing something.
It better be something fart related. We're on a streak
And
now.
we'll just make it up if it's not. So.
We don't lie to you. What is he saying? Okay.
All right, we will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. And this is Out for the Morning Show from the Fabulous Arizona Center.